You can see from the title and thumbnail that we're back at the Serepeum, and I'm not just one of these people that always go to the most popular sites, but I have got 4 important revelations, ideas, new things that I want to point out on this site. Otherwise, I wouldn't even come back here because I've already put out 2 videos that, well, I didn't have any reason at all in the future to come back. One of those things is, you see these niches, because these niches are in all the 24 little rooms, I think, but they're in most of them. The niches are on each side of the block, the arches, yeah. And I was thinking, I've said before, might have been some type of machine in there for lifting the lids off the top, because the boxes overall weigh 100 ton, close enough to 100 ton, but the lids are 20 ton, right? So these things were completely impossible to lift off this thing. Obviously you would need some type of machine, but within these niches, there's also 2 holes, right? Now, they run all the way through to the next room as well, like I'm showing on this older video here, which I will get back to. Something else I want to point out. Now, you could do it with extremely high-tech technology akin to what we've got today. We know we could lift 20 ton with machines not too big. You could jack it up. But I'm thinking, even if we weren't going on super high technology, you could even do it with water, right? You could flood water into this room right up to the box top, right? On something buoyant, and then you could lift the lid off. That is just one way that you could do it. It's just an explanation. And the second thing, you see these ridges that run all the way around these niches. Well, they did run all the way around the entire hallway as well, right? In fact, in modern days now, if you was to go to this site, it's been completely removed. I'm talking about 100% of it has been removed. Now, they would say that they did it because it was starting to crumble off, okay, for the public, so it didn't fall on them. Also, you weren't breathing the dust in, right? But when I saw it, I thought, my God. Well, I'm betting that each room location, they probably did it with forms, okay? But they are perfectly spaced, but they do run around the entire site. Now, I would be interested to find out just how level they are across the entire site from one room to the next. Because to me, that is impossible. Yeah, let's say that there were 2 within an inch. We could do it today, but my God, you'd have to do it on computers. Anyway, the point about that is that it is crumbling away. They have completely removed it. There is a room at the beginning as you walk into this place, right? And they've filled it in with concrete blocks. Now, that's to make you think that it's been dug out of the ground. And then they've come in and laid the site in concrete blocks, right? But they haven't. In fact, the few places where it does remain, somebody's come in with a circular saw or something and cut little marks to make it look like it's concrete blocks, but it isn't. It's only the first niche, if you see what I'm getting at. And thirdly, the last video of 2, I will share them at the end in a link on the actual video, but I spoke about how, because these things are so level, of course they could have been machined, but I proposed that it seemed to have been made with some kind of substance, buoyancy, gravity, say. So you could lay this flat on the floor, right, and pour some substance over it akin to Forks granite spray, epoxy, enamel, yeah, and that's where we get these dints, because they are perfectly, well, the perfect holes, right? There's no cracking in it, so this stuff was definitely soft, so it's been built, and then this stuff has been layered over it. But at some point, this box here, which again is in the niche I just spoke about, has these cracks all over it, even on the lid. Now, I think it's been repaired. We're not looking at natural cracking in the granite. Right? It's not natural granite. It's a substance, but it has been broken at some point and put back together with what? Well, I think it's epoxy or something like that. That's why you get these holes, okay? Which goes towards the marking that I pointed out in the last video, which is the fourth thing in the video that I'm going to point out, and the main thing as well. This is absolutely amazing. I don't know if it means anything, but it means something, because the reason that they're using a dehumidifier placed on top of this thing, in my opinion, is to dry out the surfacing that's on this stuff. What I'm going to show you, because those lines I've just pointed out are on the actual casing, the wooden boxwork, which could have been covered over, or it's left its mark on the epoxy resin stuff. I've only just found this image. This is stunning information, okay? It kind of proves definitely that it is some sort of epoxy, enamel, Fox granite spray, something like that that's been laid over and laid over, and that's why it's absolutely level and shiny and stays shiny to this day, which nobody can explain because natural granite goes dull, doesn't it? But this image is absolutely stunning.